welcome to today's video. We have our MSI 2026 previews. FURIA from CBLOL will start us off. I've added some things to this board that we haven't had in years past, so we'll discuss them as well. I have this team currently ranked 12th in the world. If you looked at the power rankings yesterday, they were 26th. I incorporated factoring in FURIA going to MSI, and that boosts their rankings to 12th. I expect them probably to be between 12 and 15 when things are all said and done, when LCK determines who ends up going to MSI. But that is solid. They are the fourth strongest team right now in the West, behind G2, KC, and Lion, statistically. Their last result was MSI 2025, finishing 10th place. They finished last, losing in a Game 5 to GAM and G2. The average age of this roster is 22.8 years old. Let's talk about some stats. KDA, KP, CS per minute, damage divided by gold, share differential, vision efficiency, gold difference at 15 minutes, solo kills per game, champions played per game. So Gigo in top lane, 24 years old, put together a solid split. This team fighting together a little more than I imagine our average team in 2026. 3.9 KDA, 60 KP, 8.4 CS per minute. So Gigo is the least involved player on the team. Not a surprise. Top laner, that's usually the case. 159 ROI. So damage divided by gold is there. That is not extremely high with this team. This team does not deal a shit ton of damage, relatively speaking. I imagine we're going to see some 1.7s along the way going into this event, and the highest on this team is literally a 1.6 out of IU. 2.2 share differential, 344 vision efficiency, very strong with vision. That is one thing that is very common with this team. They do very well with their ward placement, and that's huge. That's huge. You got to know what your enemy's doing, and FURIA do that pretty well. Laning-wise, he's relatively even, only behind 40 gold, 50 XP. Solo kills about 1 every 3 to 4 games, and champions played 0.21 champions played per game. Kesante, Ambessa, and Ornn are his 3 most played. They account for more than half of his games, 52%. He has a 63% win rate on those champions combined, which is the worst on the team. So he's the most predictable. More than half the games he plays one of these champions, and when he plays these champions, he has the worst win rate out of anybody on this team playing their 3 most played champions. Internationally, he's 9-16 in his career. This is his 4th international event. 1.2 KDA, 52 KP, 7.6 CS per minute, 143 ROI, 239 vision efficiency, behind 240 gold at 15 minutes. That has to change. And 1 solo kill every 3 to 4 games. Star of the team, Tatu. At 20 years old, he's a stud. One of the best Western junglers. I would say he's in that conversation with Skumon and Inspired, up there in that top 3 to 5. In my opinion, the way to attack this team is to take Tatu out of the game. I would ban the fuck out of him and make him play something that has limited impact, or take him off of his comfort. In a fearless setting, as the series goes on and he has less and less to play, make somebody else beat you. And I would take my luck with IU and take Tatu out of the game. I'd make, really the plan should be to take and make his game feel terrible, and see what happens. 6.3 KDA, 77 KP, 7.4 CS per minute. He and JoJo get around the rift at a high level. 3 out of every 4 kills or better, all the way nearly to 4 out of every 5. Like I said, he is the one that stirs the drink for this team. He makes things happen. 124 ROI, negative 2.7 share differential. Vision is great, nearly 6. Vision score per ward placed. 334 gold ahead, 152 XP ahead. So he's gapping the enemy junglers. 1 solo kill every 5 games. 0.31 new champions played per game. Xin Pantheon, Wukong. 43% of his games played. That accounts for a 64% win rate. Similar to Gigo, 3 most played, not quite representing that win rate of 72.4% that FURIA have. When he gets these other picks thrown in there, he can do well. But maybe if you try and force him onto something like this, you take your chances. Internationally, MSI 2025. He, Toots, and IU all played only one international event. It was last year. 2.5 KDA, 67 KP, 6.3 CS per minute, 117 ROI, plus 5 vision efficiency, which is pretty good, but struggled. Behind 316 gold. Had 2 solo kills. Toots, 23 years old at the time of this event, by the way. That's why Tatu says 20 instead of 19. 4.4 KDA, 66 KP, 8.8 CS per minute, 158 ROI. I want to talk about the solo laners for a moment here. We see this stat, LCSD, laning CS differential. Technically, it's a percentage. All this comes from Oracle's Elixir, and then I talk about it. So, it's a percentage, so they're at 50.1%. That means they're just barely getting more CS than their enemy laners. And that ranks 21st in the world. That is by far the weakest part of their profile. They end up giving a little bit of farm maybe to Tatu. Well, actually, no. I think this is just literally jungle camps. So the laners really don't win lane all that hard on this team. And that is their weakest point. That's what I say. Take Tatu out. And if Tatu's picked in the first 3 and you got counter, take IU out. And then make the solos beat you. 2.6 share differential. 3.4 vision efficiency. Laning wise, only 50 gold ahead, 50 XP ahead, 1 solo kill every 5 games, 0.24 new champions played. Akali, Ryze, Syndra, 34% of his champion pool, so he has the least predictable champion pool on the team. He's only playing his most played 1 out of every 3 games. Otherwise, it's something else, which is different. Kesante and Bessa Orn for Gigo, flip a coin, and there's a better chance that he's going to play one of those champions and something else. 80% win rate on those 3 champions for Toots. That is extremely strong. At 2025 MSI had a 4.6 KDA, 2.5 KDA, 68 KP, 8.6 CS per minute, 152 ROI, 3.5 vision efficiency. Laning did well at MSI 2025. Gam's mid laners weren't the best. I think they had Emo and Arrest maybe at that event. So 152 ahead, which don't take it away from him, that was fine, but Vietnamese mids tend to struggle. Had 5 solo kills in 10 games, which is very good. IU, 20 years old, very good CBLOL bot laner. I can't say enough good things about him. I think he is a very solid player, especially domestically, and I still take my chances against him instead of Tatu in terms of draft. 6.1 KDA, 71 KP, 9.7 CS per minute, 1.6 ROI, 3.3 share differential, so deals the most damage. Not a surprise. 298 vision efficiency, up 67 gold. 1 solo kill every 8 games. 0.26 new champions played. Yunara, Ashe, and Corki, 45% of his champion usage and 73 win rate on those 3 champions. Internationally, 4 and 6, 2.5 KDA, 60 KP, 9.3 CS per minute, 147 ROI. 236 vision efficiency, behind 174 gold, had a solo kill. Jojo, oldest player on the team, 27 years old. Does not die very often and is very involved. So that's a good combination there, right? It's not like he's hiding and not involving himself. He has a 7.7 KDA and a 79 KP. 0.83 ROI, 222 vision efficiency. Laning wise, up 57 gold, so 124. 182, 516, about a 450 to 500 gold lead on average for this team at 15 minutes. Had a solo kill, that's whatever. 0.26 new champions played. Lulu, Seraphine, Nami account for 41% of his champion usage and 83% win rate. Very strong on these champions. The team tends to win when he plays those. That tells you a lot about what you might want to ban. 9 and 16 internationally, 1.3 KDA, 69 KP, 69 ROI, 189 vision efficiency, behind 275 gold. So internationally, this team is a struggle bus. We'll see what they do. Early game, they have to get out to a quick start. In my opinion, when you look at the Western teams, when you go against LCK and LPL, you need to get to a fast start. Good luck coin flipping that mid-game team fight. Good luck trying to scale against these teams. This is 4th international event. Furies is the coach. He has no international experience at First Stand, MSI, or Worlds as a head coach. In before anyone says America's Cup, I do not care about that glorified Rift Rivals. It is thrown into the stats as playoff games. And that is that. As far as I'm concerned, that is not MSI, that's not Worlds, and I mean, damn, it's not First Stand either. This is not coaching against, LCS. Like, we're really talking about beating LCS. I mean, this is MSI. LCS aren't winning Worlds either, or MSI. So let's compare ourselves to the LCK and LPL here. In terms of FURIA, 3rd in win rate, 72.4%. KD, 1.58, which is 2nd in the world. Yeah. They have the 2nd best KD in the world out of everybody. Now, why are they 12th? Because they're in CBLOL. We don't factor in the regional differences in this. This is just to look at and consider where their strong suits are. But they are in CBLOL. So CBLOL are 1-7 at the last 3 international events, I think, in outright series wins. VKS beat PSG. Otherwise, they've lost everything. At First Stand 26, Worlds 25, MSI 25. EWC also is fucking irrelevant to me. So that is a thing. So CBLOL need to show up here. Something to think about. Loud got the bone. So FURIA went from 27th to 12th, 26th to 12th, just because I gave them credit for MSI winning the split, essentially. Loud got that same bonus for First Stand, and they are ranked 41st, right? 41st? Yes. What does that mean? That goes to show you how terrible Loud are in these stats. That FURIA moved to 12th, and Loud are 41st, and that tier ranking, which accounts for a ton, is the same. One international event. If you win it, you get an extra point, which by BLG is still 2nd, probably. Gold difference per minute, I think it's a percentage. I think it's gold spent difference. It's supposed to be GSD, not GDM. Is very good. 5.2% more than their opponent. So that's 4th in the world. Drake percentage, 59%. That's 3rd in the world. Baron, 71%. 4th. Taking a ton of Barons, taking a ton of Drakes, getting a bunch of kills, using your gold. Gold difference is whatever. What you spend is what matters. Laning wise, like I said, that's where this team struggles. Jungle, diff, 9th. So the team's got a lot of strong aspects. We'll see how they do at MSI. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube supporter. And hope to see you again tomorrow.